So we're going to be testing out a bunch of new experimental equipment, mostly for the high altitude, high opening type jumps. We're here at Persistent Systems providing network coverage and then live streaming the jumps and then getting all of that data as well so that we can package it all together, show that and highlight those capabilities.
Like Nick said, they're going to be doing high altitude, high opening jumps. So from 25K, from 25,000 feet. So they're going to be in the air a long time. This is very kind of a rare thing that you get the opportunity to go out and do.
Exactly.
So it's going to provide us a lot of time that they're going to be floating in the air, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have plenty of network coverage. We'll be able to stretch it out and see how far we can push it, depending on where they get dropped out of the airplane and where the DZ's at. So they're going to be covering a long flight path. So we have multiple Mohawk cameras set up.
Yep.
We've got our MPU-5s that we're going to
Yep.
give everybody, and I think we got a couple sector antennas that we're going to throw out too to see if we need that for this coverage. But it's going to be a good week.
We'll be able to get stuff like audio as well, live from the jumpers that are in the sky. We'll be able to see them and track them on a map in a stack, in a formation, working probably 30 kilometers plus out from when they're getting dropped off at. And like Kyle was saying, they're going to be in the air for a super long time. So you're talking maybe 45 minutes to an hour covering a vast distance. So we'll be able to see, you know, how the network's performing at distance, like what kind of feeds we can pull, like what's the quality of the video.
How many videos.
How many videos.
Yeah, and we base it a lot upon videos because videos is the hardest thing, the most demanding on the network, right? Pulling high definition video. So that's kind of a litmus test for us to see left and right lateral limits of what worked, what we need to do or change in order to get the performance that we want.
Absolutely.
So we'll have at least 3 Mohawk cameras, videos from that. Every RDC has a camera on it as well. So we're going to try to pull as many videos as we can. And another thing to bring up is like what's super important that we want to showcase, like what Nick said with the audio, is the full duplex capability, which meaning that's the hands-free intercom, right? Because when you're got your hands on risers and you're steering for hours at a time, going to take that off to hit a push-to-talk button is difficult. There's fingertip ones that people use and stuff like that,
Exactly.
but our full duplex, our intercom mode is completely hands-free. And in addition to that, it's picking up your vocal frequency and canceling out everything else. And I'm sure you can imagine being 25, 15, 10,000 feet in the air, the winds are just ripping and roaring.
Yep.
So being able to cancel that out and hear voice clearly is a huge win.
On top of the breathing from just the oxygen mask.
Yeah.
So, you know, for the radio to be able to delineate that and separate it to where you're only getting clear vocal audio is going to be super key.
Yeah, and each one of the jumpers can now communicate completely with each other, completely with the ground, or completely with pilots, whoever they need to. You can be a shot shot too. Yeah, cool.
Come kick it, dude.
Come kick it?
Come kick it, dude.
Please,
What do you guys got going on?
Well, we'll have our booth there. You definitely need to come to that. It's different than like any other booth. Like we're there for like an amusement park.
They all say.
No. Ours is like an amusement park, but we're not selling stuff to you. A custom built FPV that's got our embedded module on it.
Okay.
To a Black Hornet.
Is that the thing that you
we
guys are
just
like
connect.
flying, the one that like comes up out of the water and shit and can like, you seen that one? No? Now I feel bad, but there was one that was like flying underwater.
That's coming down too, right? That's the sector. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I actually gotta get the sky mask out of the back.
There it is, dude. Got too much shit. It's crazy that this came from VB to New Orleans to Marana. Man, it's crazy to think about. Then we're going to SHOT Show. So, well, Grand Canyon, Utah, SHOT Show, Utah, back to VB. I don't know, maybe some places in between.
How's your scooter ride?
Pretty good, man. It's pretty efficient. It's a Razor. It's got 2 wheels, one on the front, one on the back, and the little platform in the center with the steering thing. It probably would have taken me 8 times as long to walk over there. This is a battery charger. 2 bay for these, and then the 5590 or 2590 battery charger. But look at it, flexible, small, compact, easy peasy. Everyone in the world should have one of these flex chargers. And Brentronics, if you can hear us, you should definitely provide us with a couple.
Shout out to the OGs.
Shout out to Brentronics. I don't even see Brentronics on it. Yep, Brentronics. It is Brentronics. The only ones. The monopoly.
Shout out to Luke for lending me this.
Our antennas are a little bit special to where you can't just go buy a regular antenna that like looks like that. It's because, and I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but or get the name of this wrong, but the ports, right? This is reverse than what most antennas and receivers are like. We do that for a reason. A lot of people are probably like, oh, they do that so that they can make money, so that we can only buy antennas from them. No, that's not the case. It's because we've had units in the past overseas that are using our stuff, and all of a sudden their radio stops working or doesn't work as good, and you know, they're like, what the hell, this radio's junk, when in all reality it's because they bought an antenna off of Temu and threw it on to their MPU-5, right? It looks the same, so hey, it's got to perform the same. No, that's not the case. And when we're talking about something that is invisible, like the first go-to is like, oh, it's got to be the radio. Yeah. It's definitely not the Temu antenna that we purchased.
Just setting up radios, man. Getting the network prepped for tomorrow so we can hit it bright and early. Obviously, like, show up hour or so before, you know, rig everyone up, do our last little PCCs, PCIs, commo check, send them up in the bird, and then, yeah, do some comms.
Because I
It
remember him
depends,
talking
but
about.
sometimes they'll get out like as far as like over here. They should just be getting out right above like in this general area.
Drop off up here and come down this way. Or they're gonna drop off up here and come up this way.
That half circle is like right here. This is
Dude, that message you sent me, like, check out 10 minutes and 5 seconds, looks familiar. It's like, dude, I knew he was gonna say something about it, man. He's been bugging me about it since we got back. Even before we left.
What?
The dog, the puppy that we found. The healthy herding dog that we found. Dude, he was stacked though. He looked healthy.
He lived on a freaking mortar ring.
Stay hard.
Come here. Puppy. Hey. Menaki. Let's go.
So we're making some minor adjustments, adding some nodes, taking away some nodes, or repurposing them. So I have to get them into our network, and then on top of that, because they're going to be running RDCs or EUDs, whichever one they prefer, I have to make sure that they have map data on their ATAC so they're able to see while they're flying.
What is
An EUD is an end user device. Sorry.
What is the RDC?
RDC is a ruggedized display unit
And controller.
and controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by the latter, the EUD? What could that be?
It could be like a tablet, it could be a cell phone, or in this case, like, right, one of these, an RDC. We're rocking I think that's a S20. or S9.
Samsung S20T Tactical Edition. What are we on, the S23s now? Or now the new ones? For the Samsung, the typical EUDs that are used that people have. Yeah, you can use either. The tactical editions are different than somebody's cell phone, right? You have different permissions. These are kind of like jailbroken, essentially. And you can tell these ports to do specific things that you want them to do that you can't do in the commercial versions. Or you would have to jailbreak the commercial versions in order to do it. So yeah, that's a big thing with the T. And there's no, these aren't hooked up, right? The T, part of the T is that it's not hooked up to Google Play or anything like that.
Right, yeah, it's provisioned in a particular way that it provides, you know, it covers DoD policy.
Yeah, exactly. Or DOW, Department of War policy.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Okay, but yeah, like perfect example, this radio was repurposed and it doesn't have ATAC on it, so it obviously doesn't have map data on it, so I got to get that on before tomorrow morning, and whatever other plugins, Jumpmaster, that we use.
Yeah.
For tomorrow.
Can we put, do any of these MPU5s have signal on them? Or this doesn't have signal?
No.
Does anything have signal?
No, I don't think so.
I think we should put signal app. And then we can like do that too. We can like make a phone call from an MPU5 or from, you know, something to a cell phone via cloud relay, and we can show that. Right now what we're doing is we are taking out and turning on these sector antennas because Jose cracked the whip on us. He said y'all weren't doing enough, but we're throwing these together so that way he can go ahead and open them up, pretty much turn all the radios on, look at the node list, make sure everything's talking, make sure that the MPU5s we want to be encoding video is going to be encoding, making sure that everything can access you know, map data if it's not preloaded onto something, and access any of the APKs that are installed and going on there.
Yeah, so essentially this is going to give us more range tomorrow and throughout the entire week. Obviously with the jumpers, they're going to be offset quite a bit, several tens of miles down the road. So this is going to give us more range. So each sector antenna has roughly a 120-degree fan. We have 3 of them here. So because of that, if it's 120 degrees, it's not omnidirectional, it's directional. And so we have 3 of them, so essentially we could have 360-degree coverage if we need it. But with this, and because they're jumping one direction, we can kind of angle them more so that direction. If you've ever been to like New York City or like a big urban environment, you would see a ton of sector antennas. They're not necessarily ours, but you know, a lot of cell phone companies will use sector antennas and
Panel antennas, yeah.
A panel antenna, but it looks very similar to this. It helps extend range from, like, if your cell phone tower was way outside of the urban environment, you would use a sector antenna in those urban environments to help disperse the service and signal.
Those are 2 things, right? It's got bigger battery to it, so it can push out more power, and the antenna itself is, you know, higher gain. Is that right?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you disagree with anything I said?
No, dude. I think even if you were wrong, I would still agree.
This is the antenna itself. This back right here, this box, this is like the MPU5. So it's got an embedded module and everything in there. It's essentially an MPU5 that's hooked up to a bigger antenna. Then we have one cable, which is a PoE, which is power over Ethernet. So it's providing power and connectivity into this junction box. Junction box is powered, right? Right now it's powered to AC, but we've got like 5590s we can power them off of and everything like that. It's exactly just different adapter. And then the other port right here that's not being used is going to be another Ethernet port. And what we're going to use at least one of them for probably is to hook up to Starlink, you know? And I think we'll probably put the Starlink antenna on one of the sector panels instead of a random MPU5.
Yeah.
You know?
Why would you do that? Why would you connect the Starlink to it?
Because the higher, just the sector antennas, if we have them on and running, is likely gonna have better data rates to the jumpers than a single radio with its 3 antennas. So in order to do that, we kind of want to bolster whatever we're using for beyond line of sight. So more than likely what we're thinking is that the routing is going to go through sector antennas if we have them powered on.
Obviously this is data plus power in. This is just it's an E-net cable. So this is going down into this node module, whatever you want to call it, through this cable and then into the power supply. And this is the integrated power supply, I guess.
Yeah.
And then so obviously that goes into here, data plus power out to antenna. This is going to power this on, and then this goes into power strip, something like that.
So there's no need for an MPU-5.
No.
No.
This is your MPU-5.
Yeah, that's the module right there. And then also we had another cable in there. You could use a bat eliminator. So these are, I forgot what these 2590s, rechargeable lithium ion batteries. If you've been in the military, you're probably familiar with these. You could use something like this to power this antenna.
Yeah,
so if you were in a mobile.
Here's the, this outlet goes in there, and then here's your 5590, 2590 plug in. Lines it up, boom, and then that's going to provide power to a sector antenna. You could do that for an MPU-5 too. A lot of times with like drop nodes for subterranean or something. Our drop node pouches have a 5590 slot or 2590 slot.
Just like that.
Should we hit the zero eyes on these? I'm kidding. Jeez,
Instant panic, dude. So it's gonna respond the same way an MPU-5 does. Like the blue light on there means it's booting up and it's going through that whole process. When you see a green light, like over there on that one, you might be able to see it. That's letting you know that it's talking and communicating on the network.
Yeah. It's got neighbors.
Yeah, it's got neighbors. And so underneath, yeah, that one's already green, so you're not gonna be able to see that. But that's about it. Obviously, we'll church this up, make it look nice, and we got a couple masts over there to kind of hoist these up. We've done it before, like when we were in Spain, we just leaned it against a chair that we brought out there and angled it out towards the reverse heading of where the bird was coming from, and that worked pretty well. I mean, they were pulling it from the talk and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so we should be good. Like, we're super covered with 3 sector antennas.
Yeah, this is kind of overkill, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. We want to make sure it's like great, and then we'll see, like I said earlier, we'll see limitations if there's any, and see what we'll need so we can refine. So next time we know we're coming out like, hey, we don't need 3 sector antennas if we're doing 25K jumps and pulling 3 video feeds.
But we're also trying to
like
push it too. We're like really, it's like obviously we're prepping for these later events and stuff, but we're really trying to like stretch this out and see like, oh, are we able to pull 720 like feeds, multiple of them, not just one really clear one from altitude. Also, we're trying to potentially live stream and broadcast this. So
yeah. Aren't we supposed to zeroize it?
For the love of God, please don't.
Which is actually a fun fact. So like on the MPU-5 right here, see there's the Z. The infamous Z for zero eyes. Well, being in the military is always like, you would look like what Jose looks like if you even mentioned zero eyes to like a radio operator or something and they overheard you. Because it's easy to do, but at least on the MPU-5s, you cannot zero eyes it without depressing this safety. So it's like a 2-step. So there's no accidental zeroizing a radio like there is on some of the legacy radios that are out there. Making it, what is it, like a soldier proof, marine proof? Marines wouldn't get that wrong. Soldier proof, sailor proof, seaman proof.
Seaman proof.
It's seaman proof, dude. Ask Jose.
Seaman proof. 100%.
Is that what they say in the Navy, Jose? Seaman proof? Like,
hey, that's my shipmate you're talking
that's
about.
My
Yeah,
shipmate.
Leave my shipmate alone.
doesn't get much better than that, really. Dude, like the silhouette of the mountains too. Put the exposure on that thing down. Look at that, dude. Man. All right, Jose, get back to work.
Putting together, we got a bunch of new Spiritus chest rigs and plate carriers. A couple, 3 LV-120s, and then at least three chest rigs. And so I am brand new. Most of them are in packaging still, so I'm putting them together. We got a couple of their new EUD bridges too. Throwing these together so we can mount the RDCs and EUDs, throw in the MPU5s, route cables and stuff like that. So that way it's all gonna be set up for the jumpers when they show up tomorrow morning. We might need to check out Aspirida's video on it. Get them another view on the EUD bridge YouTube video, but this was made specifically for RDCs.
I'm using some of the jumpers kits. They had them with them, so I'm just rigging it up for them. Obviously, the big takeaway here is everything needs to be kind of on the jumper's left-hand side. Everything, because that right-hand side needs to be a little bit more free. Just because you have your O2 bottle here, and they're working with this right hand more. So everything's going to be set up for a left-hand configuration. So just running the PTT here, the RDC as well. Yeah, this jumper specifically wanted to run his RDC higher up because he's going to have something strapped here.
Hey guys, it's Kevin from Spirit Systems.
Oh, this is funny. Kevin's wearing a wave relay hat in this video.
Today, we're going to talk about our latest product, the EUD bridge.
Nice.
Directly to your
Dude,
chest
YouTube
region.
University.
The EUD bridge is constructed from lightweight thermoplastic composite material called curve, mounting plate, and these two small washers. And what that allows you to do
I almost
is
lost
to
those.
attach the persistent systems PTT directly to the EUD bridge itself. Hear that positive click, and that's it. That is how you attach your EUD bridge to your fat straps.
Nate, I got the positive click. I did it right.
What we're doing right now is prepping some of these radios so that they can encode some videos via Mohawks, right? So they're all able to be configured from my radio that I have here, my ground control station radio, which is another cool thing. I don't have to physically tether myself to each individual radio. I'm able to do it on the fly from here. So to kind of give you a little bit of a insight of what it's like to prep these things for streaming videos. So you go into your WMI, your wave relay management interface, and then you enable it through the video encoding page. So we have, I'm in jumper 2, which is this radio right here. So in preparation, right? So you got your video cable going into your Mohawk, right? And then you're gonna need some kind of external power source for your Mohawks. We will not be running this, obviously, because this thing is freaking huge. So we have little smaller portable chargers to kind of like go into your night vision battery helmet or whatever you're running, wherever you want to put it at. But it just gives it power so I can turn it on and take a look at it. So real quick inside, if you want to see up here on the computer, you got, right, so you enable your encoder so that it can actually start accessing and encoding the feed itself. One of the bigger things that I didn't show you, but I'll do it on the other one. If I go to jumper 3, if you look at this box right here, it's unchecked from default. And that's because usually when you come to this page, all right, so you go to node configuration, video encoder. You see this on this one, it's defaulted to a regular, this is a multicast address so that people can subscribe to it and then pull up the stream. So this one's defaulted. A kind of like a best practice is to change your octets to match, well, change the last 3 octets to match the IP of your radio. So if you come up here, right, you see you got 26.1.20, and then if you look up here, my node name, jumper 2, is 172.26.1.20. It's just so that it's easier to remember, everybody knows it, and if I need to access it through WinTAC or whatever, I know, me being the, the network administrator and the RTO, I know where I'm at. So enough of that. So we got it enabled, right? It's encoding, right? It shows that the encoder output is not encoding video right now because nobody is subscribed to it, which is cool. So it's not pumping out data. It's only doing it whenever it's requested. So once we're here, right, I can go to WinTAC or ATAC if you're on your phone and pull up your video stream. I didn't show you earlier, but I currently have one outside already prepped that's on and running to kind of give you an idea. So what I pulled up WinTech, right? Because this is going to be our talk right here. If you look on the map, we're still in the center of the equator in Africa because we're inside the GPS. Antenna's not able to pull up, data. But once you're outside, we'll be back in Arizona space. Click on one of them that's capable. I already know that Jumper 1 has a Mohawk on it. You open up the video right here. It'll connect, and you're rolling now. You got streaming. And you can again, within WinTech, you can manipulate this and put this whichever way you want. It's pretty cool.
Speak so rotate kept
parachute on me, I can get it.
Yeah, if I can get out fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alright, you should be good.
I got you. Go ahead.
Yep. You're good. And then once you get your helmet on, I'll run this Mohawk on.
Okay.
And we're good. And then we just plug in and
Stick it right here for good.
more or less.
Not very big.
It's crazy. Thank you. Go grab that spare battery. Can you help me aim it?
0 down, 1500. 1500. 35 alpha. Same EPO.
Yeah.
Precision LP3. We're gonna pull in fire.
Cool. No photos, please.
I'm just kidding.
How I feel about that. Yes.
We don't really need to worry about that.
That's Bill's position, but he's been slacking on his man.
Actually, I'm gonna exit our group, and then you guys stop. You guys are pulling high, correct? Yeah. Hey, can y'all come off intercom mode? Take off seatbelts right around 1,000. All right, climb to altitude. Right about halfway up, right about 556. I'll give the winds on the ground. So, Jerry, if you can talk to the pilot and get the relay of the winds. All right, we'll give the winds. We'll go up. At about 3 minutes out, they're gonna give us a red light. We'll stand up. Once we stand up, kind of check the person in front of you, their pins, and make sure their AED's on. Check your own gear. At 2 minutes, we'll open the ramp. 1 minute, spotting. Move the hinge. Stand by, 15 seconds out. All right. Look at the green light, go. Once you give go, go. All right. You're all experienced jumpers, and we're moving, I would say we're gonna be moving between like 100, 110 knots. So if you get to like 2 or 3 seconds, we'll be fine. All right, so I'll just give you like a tap. We'll head out. Whenever you're ready, we'll head out. You don't have to wait for me. Head out. Exit. And then Henry, you're heading. So we're gonna be going north to south. You guys are exiting and pulling high, all right? The predicted winds right now are coming out of the southeast, so our landing pattern will be a nice little right-hand pattern, and this is gonna be our landing area. The wind indicator out there right now, there's a big wind blade with a tail on it, all right? But there's also, you have the windsock out there close to the runway. That's another bright orange indicator of where the winds are coming from. In the event that we don't make it back, there's plenty of outs right outside the airport. Just don't land exactly right next to the road or on a road, because I don't need to tell you, power lines. Does everybody have, I know you guys have radios, but as a backup, do you guys have like a phone?
All right, I want the thermals.
PBR is right. Is this a joke? Is this an American joke? Yeah, I love PBR. 29.
It's day one right now. Guys behind us are getting jocked up. The plane's out there. They're getting ready to load up. You could see them doing final checks, kind of getting their own gear cinched down and ready. We have a couple Mohawks on we have 3 Mohawks on 3 of the jumpers that will be pulling their video feed. We've got our own little talk set up in there with 2 TV screens. And right now, I think they're going to be throwing on the O2 systems, right, for the HAHO jumps. We'll see. The first jump may not be HAHO, depending on how it works, but all the gear got delivered for the oxygen and tanks and everything. So they'll get kitted up, and we'll make sure to help them out and talk with you when we do that. But we already went through pretty much everyone's kit. We set up their RDCs to and put MPU5s on them, ran their cables how Nick would run it, and
To standard, you mean?
yeah, we did radio checks and all that stuff earlier. We kind of did our dry run where everyone jocked up, went on the plane in their stick order. So I'm sure we'll do a second one right now as everyone returns on their radios. We recheck Mohawk feeds and everything, and we'll get going. What did I miss?
Oh, you did pretty good, dude. Day 0. So
what's going on the free fall side? Like what, as a free faller, what's going through your mind as you're jocking up, as you're getting up?
Oh, dude, just getting mission ready, getting that mindset. Typically, I'm just replaying over and over again what we're about to do. But I think they're doing a HAHO, so a high altitude medium opening, which is right around, I think they're doing 13,000 feet at the HARP, so at the high altitude release point. And then from there, they're going to free fall down into, I think the screen said 4,000, but I want to say it's a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
They want to try to get a little bit more standoff, so.
Yeah, and we you know, we got their whole flight path and everything like that. So we've got one sector antenna up right now that's covering the vast majority of it. But we may throw up a second one. Jose's over there. We may throw up a second one to cover up another 120-degree arc of that flight path, just to see. And we'll be doing these jumps throughout the week, so we'll have plenty of reps and practice and data to gather for us, for out here to see, you know, how many nodes we need, if we do need a sector antenna for this. And we've got Starlink hooked up literally right there to that sector antenna. So we've got beyond line of sight. We're pulling data from the internet, and New York and other locations are seeing everything that we're seeing here. So,
You know
what
what I'm saying?
box?
No, in this box over there. Courtesy of Scott Wood.
What?
Burritos for the boys.
For the boys.
For the boys, dude, always.
What do you got there?
What do you got, dude?
Sour gummies, man? Yeah, sure, have some. Please. Alfred.
This is because I helped you last night.
Yeah.
These are Max Gain gummies, dude.
Max Gain gummies, man.
Max gummies.
Max gummies. We're just troubleshooting a handful of things with all different connections, different headset types, different down leads, different this, different that. Most of the time what works is just unplugging a cable, plugging it back in.
Try keying up.
Jerry, you got me? Nothing.
Do you have them?
It might be a headset thing. We'll check. No, I didn't have
Jerry, you
them.
got me? Neither channel.
Yeah, no.
Neither.
We got time. Here, if you want to take it off, you guys can change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put it on. Everyone
there you
else
go.
is
Intercom
got
on.
good comms right now.
Let's see
You'll
mic
see
off.
we got like 3 Mohawks right here.
Jerry, you got me?
We got
Can you hear me?
Mohawk, 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 and essentially if you come around here, Ryan,
Busy signal.
the Mohawk right here.
so, like, if you're
we
talking,
got 2 cables
someone
going
should be
out.
able to
One
pick that
is
up.
powering it.
Right,
He can hear me, but
We're not
it's
using the MPU5 to power it. We're using an actual battery bank that's plugged up in there. And then
can you hear
the
me now?
second cable is that BNC that's going down into the MPU5 that's encoding. Right, and this is it's a Mohawk, this one specifically, but any IP camera is going to work. You can throw up on the network. This one's really good because, and we like using it because Mohawk made this one pretty much specifically for an MPU5, because the MPU5 has its own built-in encoder, so you don't need an external one, and the MPU5 will power it, or you can use external power like we're doing right now. So what that did was take this Mohawk size, right? If you look at any other Mohawk, they're probably about 2 to 3 times as big as this one. So we were able to make it lighter and streamline it a little bit because taking out the encoder, taking out the battery source. Let the MPU5 do it, you know?
Radio check, radio check.
Doing their comms checks. Let's see if we can get Jumper 2 up there.
It's really good jump to slow down.
Well, I wanted to put this in.
Oh, yeah.
I know this is working. Alright. Now we got 3 feeds going. Yeah, look right there, you can see it. So there's like your lowest jumper, it
Yeah.
looks like.
Yes.
And so he's trying to fall in behind him. But if you could see right there, boom, he's checking to see like where he fits in the stack.
That is intercom groups. So like if you're in a big convoy, you don't want everybody talking in every gun truck. So you can set different trucks to be on talk group or intercom 1. So if they depress, everyone can hear. But when it's just open feed chatter, it's not fucking 100 guys. It's
So I can only hear
4
myself
in
too.
their truck. Yeah. We are putting this drop node right here. And all I'm gonna do, just gonna secure it right here just so we'll have a node on the plane. So that way, you know, we'll be able to track it. Most planes and aircraft should definitely have either an airborne wave relay system, AWRS, or they should at least have antennas that are made for aircraft, you know. But this should be sufficient. We got it kind of to the back. We're getting good propagation anyway from the last jump while they were riding up to altitude. So I think this is going to be perfectly fine. Really, all we're looking at of this is just a dot on the map, and so we can have breadcrumbs, and so we can see as the plane takes off and as, you know, the jumpers start exiting, you know, we'll be able to see that distance spread and track where the plane's going, and then see the line of jumpers coming down.
It's better? It's sealed, totally sealed here? At the nose? Yeah? And at the chin.
Remember that fucking tiny finger?
Oh, I wasn't talking about shit. I was just saying you have small nail beds. Look at this finger there, like half the size. No, look at his nail, like his nails. I'm not, it's just fake.
He's got long nails?
No, like his nail beds are like half the size.
This one might be dead.
That's one.
4, 2 batteries.
We checked his mother.